Hey guys, welcome. Just wanted to take a minute and have a chat with you guys because it's fun to get to know each other. And also, I can't believe we're about to hit 30,000. That's kind of wild to me. It's crazy. I started this channel with games, first of all, to make friends, to get to know people, to build like a community, but not in a big way, like not in a YouTuber way, but really like a blogging, I guess, like blogging about games. Listen, I'm old school. I never actually expected that people would watch me play my games, and even less so listen to music. It was a slow progression where I didn't even know reaction to music existed until I saw someone else do it. And then I was like, ooh, I really love that, because music in general saved my life. It really did. It saved my life. When I was young, I was on my own with my mom, and she was working full time, doing her best to make ends meet. And that meant that as an only child, I was on my own like 99.9% of the time. And it was very lonely. And we were obviously in poverty. So it was very difficult. It was like the key around the neck time, empty fridge. And it was very difficult. Like I said, my mom did her best, but it was very stressful for her, very depressing. Didn't have any support, really, no friends really either. It was just very hard for her. She did her best, but it was very hard. So as a child that was very on her own, I don't want to say neglected, but you know, it was a reflection of the time as well, where we kind of were supposed to just do our own thing and be on our bikes and gone all day from the house. It was very difficult for me. But then I discovered music. My first love was the piano, going to some old guy's house, some relative to my babysitter. And I still remember the piano being so big and just barely seeing the notes. And him noticing my interest. And he just played and played, and it was just heaven. I could feel the vibration inside of my tiny little body, and it was just amazing. I didn't get to see that man again, but the memory of the piano and the music stayed with me my entire life. It was one of those core moments that was like defining. And I was very lucky that with the little money my mom had, she paid some nun to teach me piano. Wasn't really fun, because in those days, the nuns were not overly friendly. But it was incredible because it gave me the opportunity to really, I want to say develop the skill, but more than that, it was develop the opportunity to express myself emotionally in a private way. I was never a pianist for the mass. That was never the way that I intended to play the instrument. But it helped me throughout the years so much. I still own the piano that I first played on as a child. When the nun retired and the nunnery closed down, she sold me the piano for like nothing, like a few cents basically. It was basically just a gift. And I still use it as a diary. And it helped me throughout very difficult times. And in my teenage years, when I was at the bottom of that emotional barrel, I joined the Harmony, the school band, and played the clarinet in this community, which again saved my life. It gave me a sense of belonging. It made me feel, I don't know, like my life had a meaning, you know? And throughout the years, I always read the lyrics to the songs I was listening to because it resonated with me. I remember the days of the cassette tapes and opening those booklets and reading the lyrics, and that was always like such a joy. Love to lip sync. I don't know. I was just that typical teenager in that way. And yeah, I always felt like the lyrics were poetry in motion. It was a way for me to know and understand that I'm not alone in the world feeling the way that I do. And that gives you hope, you know? And as I'm aging and as life is happening to me, whether it's the death of parent or friends, it's difficult, right? This impermanence, this impossibility to stop time. It's hard. But then when you realize that you're not alone in that, it helps. And music does that for me. It reminds me. Sometimes it makes me cry a lot because it's hard to cope with all those feelings. But sometimes also it gives me hope and it reminds me that it's okay to feel this way. And the reason I like doing this channel is because if it can help one other person feel that they're not alone, then it gives purpose to my channel. It gives purpose and meaning to what I do and also what happened to me in the past. I really believe in the tapestry of life and everything coming together for this bigger picture that we don't necessarily understand. And this is part of my tapestry. It's part of my reason for being here. Just for that one person that can relate. If it can help one person. So yeah, and on top of it, there's the joy of discovering new music. It's like traveling. It's, I don't know, it just helps you reach those new horizons that help you become the best version of yourself. And it's an amazing opportunity to make friends. And like, I'm not sure if we're supposed to make friends on YouTube, but I don't know. That's what I'm always striving for. Positive connection, meaningful connection. Whether or not you believe in the MBTI, you know, I'm an INFJ and a very strong I, 96%. If that means anything to someone. I don't function well in the real world. I'm extremely shy, introverted. I mean, you know, I don't see why people would like me if they got to know me. That sentiment of being abandoned as a kid stayed with me my whole life, and my mom living for the day that she can be free of all the responsibilities linked to being a mother kind of stayed with me, where it's like that feeling of never being good enough and not believing that people can like me for who I am, let alone love me. So it caused a whole bunch of interesting repercussions throughout my life, where it's like pushing away the people that love you the most, isolating yourself. Hence why I studied psychoeducation at university, to kind of try to help myself and also help others. Yeah. So this channel is a reflection of my life. All those stepping stones, all those experiences. You know, I feel music deeply and I understand the lyrics through my own experience. Whether, you know, it's relatable or not, it's not right or wrong. It's just how I feel about what I listen to. And, you know, musicians that write their lyrics do it with a purpose and a meaning, and that reflects their own life experience and journey. But how I absorb it reflects my own, you know. And I deeply appreciate your presence. It's humbling. It's difficult because, like I said, I'm extremely shy. And doing a video that might reach like hundreds of people, let alone thousands, is like, it's kind of crazy. Never looked for that clout, never looked for that large scale avenue, but very grateful for it. Mostly just looking for that connection, that deep bond, that beautiful community, that love, that humanity. So yeah, I'm very sorry for the messages that get blocked. I have a very strict YouTube word blockage because I don't cope well emotionally with mean comments. So I blocked a lot of words that are not nice. And yeah, that's for my own self. You know, we all do our best, right? But I do read the comments a lot, and I recognize you guys when you comment a lot. I recognize you, and I appreciate you. I love you so much. And to those that are also part of my gaming community, I love you even more. Maybe. Because we spend more time together, because I'm there more often. It's a bit bizarre being on the gaming channel more because there's less people. I can't explain it. I also grew up, you know, with gaming. My Atari shirt shows you Pac-Man. I mean, yeah, I love gaming. Gaming was also a way to cope and get that stress out, though my language is like a sailor. Listen, people are complex. We have all sorts of sides. We have like the soft side to ourselves and the emotional soft side, and we have the more like angry side, and that comes out when I get my ass kicked in gaming. Listen. Anyways, just wanted to say again, thank you for everything. Thank you for the music. And I shall see you at the next Let's Jam. Bye, guys.